Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another lesson in our English grammar playlist. In the previous episode, we learned about simple future tense and future continuous tense. We learned how to form them, how to use them, and we made some examples. Of course, if you missed those lessons, you can find the links in the description below, and you can watch it anytime you want. Today's video is all about two other future tenses, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. One thing that I should not forget is that we are also going to talk about time clauses in future sentences, as this is an important part of future perfect and future perfect continuous. Stay with me until the end, because in this episode, we'll talk about really interesting things. Before I explain what future perfect tense is, let me first describe the meaning of the word perfect in grammar. The fact is that many people confuse it, so I want to explain it simply and tell you what it means. In grammar, the word perfect is used to show that one action is completed earlier than another point in time. It tells us that the action is finished before a specific time, whether in the past, present, or future. So to understand it even further, we need to study types of perfect tenses. There are 6 perfect tenses in English, and we divide them into 2 groups: simple perfect tenses and progressive perfect tenses. Starting with simple perfect tenses, they are present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. And progressive perfect tenses are present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. Each of these tenses talks about an earlier or completed action, but a time reference is different. As I said before, perfect means one step earlier. Let's look at some examples. First, with present perfect. We use this when an action happened before the present moment or has a connection to now. Examples: I've eaten lunch. The action happened before now. Number 2, she has finished her homework. The homework was done earlier than now. Number 3, they have visited London twice. The visits happened earlier than now. With past perfect, we use this when an action happened before another past action. Examples: I had left the house before it started raining. Leaving happened earlier. She had already slept when I arrived. Sleeping happened first, arriving second. We had eaten dinner before they came home. Eating was earlier than their arrival. With future perfect, about this tense, before I teach it completely, I just now want you to see what it shows quite briefly. I'll have finished my project before the deadline. Completion happens before a future moment. Number 2, she'll have cleaned the house before other people arrive. Cleaning is earlier than other people's arrival. They'll have reached the airport by 8. Arrival is before the clock reaches 8. In all, 2 actions will be there. One will happen earlier than the other. Present perfect continuous, we use this when an action is started in the past and is still continuing or has just stopped. Examples: I have been reading this book since morning. Action started earlier, continues now. Number 2, she has been studying for 3 hours. Studying started before now, still happening. Number 3, they have been working on this project all day. Work started earlier, still in progress. In every example you see, the action is one step earlier than another time. Now, past, or future. This is the core meaning of perfect in grammar. Once again, perfect refers to an earlier action completed before another time point. Now that we know what perfect means and how it works, we can easily understand future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. Its definition. This tense talks about an action or state that will be finished or completed before a certain time in the future. Think of it this way: you imagine yourself in the future looking back at something that has already happened. It's affirmative forms, active voice and passive voice. The structures, starting with active, subject plus will plus have plus past participle plus object or complement. Passive is structure, subject plus will plus have plus been plus past participle and rest of the sentence. Examples with active. I'll have finished my homework by 9. This means that before 9 o'clock comes, my homework will already be done. The action finishing homework will be completed before a specific future time. She'll have traveled to Paris before next Monday. This shows that before Monday arrives, she'll complete her trip to Paris, and the traveling will happen and finish earlier than Monday. They'll have eaten dinner by the time you arrive. This means that before you get to their place, they'll already finish eating dinner. The action of eating happens and ends before your arrival. The teacher will have corrected all the essays before the next class. This says that before the next class begins, the teacher will finish checking and marking all the essays. Passive examples. The project will have been completed before the deadline. This means that before the final date for submission, the project will already be fully done by someone. The focus is on the project being finished. My package will have been delivered by tomorrow morning. This example says that before tomorrow morning arrives, someone will deliver my package and it will be in my hands or at my house. The bridge will have been built by the end of the year. This means that before the year finishes, construction workers will complete building the bridge. The action will be done and the bridge will be ready. Now that we understand the positive form, both active and passive voices, let's talk about the negative form of this tense. In this form, we use not after will, like I'll not have finished my homework by 9, or the project will not have been completed before the deadline. Interrogative form, we move will to the beginning, like will you have finished your homework by 9? Or will the project have been completed before the meeting? Uses of future perfect tense. The first use, before I say it, it is worth mentioning that this is a review of the definition. We use the future perfect tense to show that an action will be finished or completed before a certain time in the future. The focus is on the fact that the action will already be done by a very certain point in time. It answers the question, what will be finished before that moment in the future? Examples: by 2026, humans will have reached Mars. This means that before the year 2026 comes, humans will successfully travel to Mars. I'll have cleaned the house by 8. When 8 o'clock arrives, my cleaning will already be finished. They'll have graduated by the time I visit them. Before my visit, their graduation will be done. The second use. We use the future perfect tense to guess or suppose that something has already happened, especially when we are not 100% sure, but it is very likely. This is used for making logical assumptions about the past or present situation. For example, he'll have arrived home by now. This means I'm not completely sure, but I think or guess that he is already at home. The action of arriving probably happened earlier, and now it is likely finished. Other examples. She'll have left the office by this time. I guess she has already gone home from work. They'll have reached the airport already. I think they are at the airport now, even though I don't see them. The third use, we use the future perfect tense to say that someone will finish doing something or achieve something before a certain future time. It answers the question, what will you have done by that time? Examples, by next year, I'll have visited Kabul twice. This means that before next year comes, my trips to Kabul will already be finished. She'll have written 3 books before she turns 30. Before her 30th birthday, writing 3 books will already be done. Or they'll have built 5 new schools by 2026. Before this year, the construction of 5 schools will already be completed. Before we continue with other grammar topics, let's take a moment to talk about time clauses. Time clauses are very important in English, especially when talking about actions that happen before, after, or at the same time as another action. Many language learners make mistakes here, so let's understand them step by step. What is a time clause? A time clause is a part of a sentence that tells when something happens. It usually begins with a time word or conjunction like when, before, after, until, and so on. For example, I'll call you when I get home. Here, the time clause when I get home tells us when the action of calling you will happen. Common time clause introducers. Number 1, when. It means at the time something happens. We use when to show that one action happens at the same time as another. Examples, I'll call you when I get home. Not before, not after, exactly at that time. You'll start eating when she arrives. Eating will start at the same time as her arrival. Number 2, before. It means earlier than another action. We use before to show that one thing happens earlier than something else. Examples, I'll finish my homework before dinner starts. Homework first, dinner later. She'll wash her hands before she eats. Hand washing happens earlier. Number 3, after. It means later than another action. We use after to show that one action happens later, following another action. Examples, I'll call you after I arrive at the office. First arrival, then the call. They'll start the game after the coach explains the rules. Explaining first, playing later. Number 4, as soon as. It means immediately after something happens. We use as soon as to show that one action happens without delay after another action. Examples, I'll text you as soon as I reach the station. No waiting after reaching. We leave as soon as it stops raining, leaving immediately after the rain stops. Number 5, until or till. It means up to a certain point in time. We use until or till to show that an action continues and stops at a specific time. Examples, I'll stay here until you come back. It means I leave only when you return. They'll play outside till it gets dark. Playing continues until darkness. Number 6, by the time. It means at or before a specific future moment. We use by the time to show that something is already completed before or at the moment another action happens. Examples, by the time you arrive, I'll have cooked dinner. It means cooking is finished before you arrive. He'll have left the office by the time you call. Leaving is completed before your call. Number 7, once. It means after one action happens, another will follow. We use once to show that the second action depends on the first one being completed. Examples. You'll understand the topic once you read the book. Reading first, understanding later. We will leave the house once everyone is ready. Leaving only after preparation. Number 8, while. It means during another action. We use while to show that two actions happen at the same time. Examples. I'll watch TV while you cook dinner. Both actions happen simultaneously. She'll be sleeping while they are driving. Sleeping at the same time as driving. Many students think that in time clauses we only use simple present tense or present continuous. This is true most of the time, but it's not the only option. We can also use the present perfect tense in time clauses, especially when we want to show that one action will be completely finished before another future action happens. Examples. I leave as soon as I have finished my homework. Here, have finished is in the present perfect tense. It shows that the first action, finishing homework, will be completely done before the second action happens. Example 2. She'll call you after she has arrived home. We use has arrived to show that arriving home will be finished first and then calling will happen. We won't start the meeting until everyone has joined. Has joined tells us that the action of joining will be completed before the meeting starts. The key point. Using present perfect tense in time clauses helps us to make our sentences clearer because it shows that one future action will only happen after another action is completely finished. It focuses on completion, not just the time. To sum up, we use present perfect in time clauses to show that one action is fully completed before another future action. I'll call you after I have finished my homework. Homework must be 100% done before calling. We'll start the game when everyone has arrived. Game starts only after all people arrive. Never use will directly in the time clause. Why? Because the time word when, before, after, and so on already shows the future meaning. Like, I'll meet you when you will arrive, it is not usual and it is so uncommon. I'll meet you when you arrive is more natural and correct. The main sentence can have will, but the time clause uses the simple present tense or present perfect tense. Future perfect continuous tense. This tense talks about an action that will continue for a period of time up until a specific moment in the future. It focuses on duration rather than just completion. It's a structure, subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb ing plus object or complement. Examples. By 8, I'll have been studying for 3 hours. This means I started studying earlier, and when the time reaches 8, my study time will already be 3 hours. They'll have been working here for 10 years by 2026. This means they started working in the past, and when we reach the year 2026, their total work time will be 10 years. She'll have been living in London for 5 months by the end of this year. She started living in London before, and by the time this year finishes, it will already be 5 months. At this time next week, we'll have been traveling for a whole day. 1 week from now, when this same time comes, our travel time will already be 24 hours. The negative form, we add not after will, as in, I'll not have been studying for 3 hours by 8. Or they'll not have been living in London for long before the move. Interrogative form, we use the word will at the beginning of the sentence, as in, will you have been working here for 10 years by 2026? How long will she have been waiting by the time the bus arrives? Uses of future perfect continuous. Number 1, to show how long an action will last before a certain future time. This use focuses on the duration of an activity that starts earlier and continues for some time, ending before or by a specific future moment. Example, by tomorrow morning, I'll have been sleeping for 10 hours. This means I started sleeping earlier, and when morning comes, the total time I have been asleep will be 10 hours. The length of time, 10 hours, is the most important part here. Number 2, to show a long action that continues up to a future point in time. This is used to talk about an action that started in the past, is still happening now, and will not finish until a certain time in the future. It highlights how long the action continues. Example, in 2025, they'll have been building the new road for 5 years. They started building the road in the past, and by 2025, their total work time on it will be 5 years. The sentence shows that this is a long, continuous action. Number 3, to politely ask about the length of a future action. We use this form in questions when we want to know how long someone will be doing something before a certain time in the future. It makes the question sound polite and curious, not demanding. Example, how long will you have been using this laptop by the time you replace it? This means I want to know the total time you will have used this laptop before you get a new one. It is a polite way of asking about future duration. In this part, I'm going to teach you some useful structures that we use to talk about the future. Number 1, be supposed to. The structure is subject plus be plus supposed to plus base verb. Examples, you're supposed to attend the meeting tomorrow. This means there is an expectation that you will attend the meeting. It is part of the plan or rule. And if you don't go, you're not following what is expected. The movie is supposed to start at 8 tonight. Here we know the scheduled time is 8. Everyone believes or expects that this is when it begins, even if it hasn't started yet. Students are supposed to submit their project next week. This is a requirement for the future. The teacher or the school expects this action to happen within that time. Number 2, be to. The structure, subject plus be plus to plus base verb. The Prime Minister is to visit Paris next month. This is not just a plan, but an official arrangement, decided and announced by the government. Employees are to wear ID badges starting Monday. This is a strict rule that begins in the future. Everyone must follow this instruction. The new bridge is to open by the end of the year. This means an official announcement has been made that the bridge will open at this time. Number 3, be about to. The structure, subject plus be plus about to plus base verb. Examples, the plane is about to take off. This tells us that the action will happen in just a few moments. The engines are ready and it's leaving almost immediately. The teacher is about to explain the last topic. The teacher is just preparing to start talking, and the explanation will begin very soon. We are about to start the meeting. This action will not take long to begin. It is in the immediate future, just moments away. Number 4, be on the verge of. The structure subject plus be plus on the verge of plus noun or ing form of a verb. The company is on the verge of announcing a big deal. They are very close to making the announcement, and it could happen any moment now. They are on the verge of winning the championship. They are so close to winning that only one final step or small amount of time is left. Scientists are on the verge of discovering a cure. After a lot of research, they are very close to a big discovery that may happen soon. Number 5, be at the point of. The structure subject plus be plus at the point of plus ing form of a verb. Examples: he is at the point of signing the contract. The pen is in his hand, the next moment he'll sign it. The team is at the point of launching their project. All preparations are done and the launch will start any second now. We are at the point of moving to a new house. Packing is finished and soon we'll begin the move. Number 6, be going to. The structure subject plus be plus going to plus base verb. Examples: I'm going to travel to Spain next summer. This is my personal plan that I have already decided and arranged for the future. Look at the clouds. It is going to rain soon. We can see signs now, dark clouds, and we predict rain in the near future. They're going to start the construction next month. This is a planned action with arrangements already made. Number 7, be due to. The structure subject plus be plus due to plus base verb. Examples: the train is due to arrive at 7:30. According to the timetable, this is the exact scheduled time of arrival. The payments are due to be made next Friday. This is a fixed deadline and the action must be completed on that date. The rocket is due to launch tomorrow morning. The launch is officially planned for this exact time. Number 8, be likely to. The structure is subject plus be plus likely to plus base verb. Examples: it is likely to snow next week. The weather forecast says there is a high chance of snow, but it is not 100% certain. She's likely to win the election this year. Based on current support and popularity, she'll probably win. People are likely to work from home more in the future. There's a good possibility this will become more common. Number 9, be bound to. The structure subject plus be plus bound to plus base verb. Examples: you're bound to pass the test with all this preparation. It is almost impossible for you to fail. Success is guaranteed. There are bound to be delays during the holiday season. We know delays cannot be avoided during that busy time. With his talent, he's bound to become a famous musician. Given his skills, it is a certain guess that he'll reach fame in the future. Number 10, be set to. The structure subject plus be plus set to plus base verb. Examples: the movie is set to release next month. Everything is ready and the release date is fixed. The team is set to play in the finals next Saturday. Their place in the final match is confirmed and the game is arranged. The new policy is set to take effect in January. It is fully prepared and officially scheduled to begin. Quick reminders: use these expressions to sound professional and fluent when talking about future. Some of these structures are formal, like be to, be due to. Others are common in everyday speech, like be going to or be about to. Practice using them with your own examples. And before you go, if you watched this lesson until the end, great job. You deserve to join our Telegram group for free PDFs and exercises to practice more. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, comment your questions or thoughts, subscribe to the channel to keep learning with us. See you in the next video.